Okay, one last video for the Dieter layout, and I think I'll call it a plan. All right, so remember when I was talking about moving it or measure front to back? So I decided to, just for the heck of it, do sideways, because if I do sideways, side to side, I minimize my seams, and you always want to minimize your seams. Like when I used to install carpet, one of the rules of thumbs was minimize your seams. When we did sheet goods, minimize your seams, and also not just minimize, but you want to think about placement. Where do you want to put your seam, right? So I'm considering it the same as this. I want to minimize my seam, and I want to watch where I'm putting them. So if I run it side to side, which is side to side, right? This is the front of my house. This is the back. This is the sides. So my first panel is 152.5. Right, that's the long one. That's going all the way from here all the way down to that wall right there. Okay, and I'll try not to give you a seasick. So my first panel is 152.5. My second panel is the shower. Self-explanatory. Side to side is 45 inches. Side to side 45. All right, instead of just panning around, I'll just show you the rest. So toilet is 35.5. That's number 3. Number 4 is right around by my feet. Okay, that's 86 even. That's taking it all the way to, instead of taking it to this wall, it's taking it all the way up here. So I will have waste all the way down here, but I'll show you why that's not a concern any longer. So then my last piece is the one by the door, which is number 5, and that's 64.5. So I wrote all these down, and these 3 gives me 233, and then I added this one and this one. It gives me 383.5 and a half, right? Gives me some rough math figuring. It's 31.95 feet. And wait a minute, I'm gonna make sure I get this right. 383 square feet. That's 150 square feet. Oh, wait a minute. I figured the length of it, which should get me there, because I'm doing 39 inches. So at 39 inches, it comes out to 3 feet 3 inches by 32. Here's why it's not really a concern. It's because I have 3 by 3 by 46 feet 3 inches. So I actually have, what's that, 14 feet? I don't know, does that sound right? You know, we're gonna go with it, because I gotta trust my math. It's also like when you're dealing with a level, you know, hold on. When you're dealing with a level, you're trying to level something out, or square it, or plumb it, or whatever, but you're dealing with your level that you're using, and you put your level on your whatever you're working with, and you know you think it's out of level, but the level is telling you it's in level. You ever have that happen to you? I've had that happen to me more than once. So my point of that is trust your level. And my point of this being here is trust my measurements. Trust your measurements, Bob. So we're going to go with this. And if it shorts me, well, I'll go to Lowe's, because I've got a little bit of waste here, and I got a little bit of waste here. But I like the fact that I'm minimizing my seams, because I'm going to have a seam. Let's see. Yeah, no seam here, which is what brought me to this to begin with, was no seam here. Because remember, I would have had a seam, a T, and I was getting too crazy with the seams. So now I just have a seam by the shower, a seam by the toilet, because this goes all the way across, and my number 3 panel is right across here, and a seam here, and a seam here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 seams. Okay, so I think it's a winning. I think it's a winning combination. I don't think my math is that far off, because remember, I was calculating at 3 feet 3 inches with my linear measure, because these are my linear measures, right? Here's my 3-3. Here's my 3-3s, right? Here's my 3-3s and my 3-3s. So my linear measurement all along the way was 152, 45, 35 and a half, 86, and 64 and a half. So all those come up to be my linear at 383.5. So the calculation for this, for the footage might not be correct, but my linear feet is, it comes out to be 32. So I'm going to say I get enough. And if I don't, well, I'll let you know at the point where I know that I don't have enough. But I think I'm going to be okay. And I think we're going to go with this. I think this is going to be the winning combination. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4 seams. A little bit of waste, a little bit of waste. So, all right, that's it. That's my methodology. That's the way it's going to be. It's etched in stone. So next thing to do is figure out what I'm going to do, because I know I said I'm not going to make the cuts in here, but now that I have this one long panel of 153, there's some tricks to doing this, like when you're putting down anything, and I'll show you that. I might still cut it in the garage, right, and then bring the panels in as I need them. Like I'll probably do this panel first. This will be the very first one I do because it's the biggest one. And when I make my seams, when I'm butting my seams, it's not like I have to, it's not like it's going to be visible to the eye. I just have to make sure that they're butted. So, because I'm going to be covering it with the weatherproofing, don't forget. That's like my seam sealer. That's like my sealing that I'm going to be putting above the Dietra for this, the seal of the seam. So what I'm trying to get at is it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to butt my two edges up as close as I can get them. So anyway, I think I'm going to do number 1 first, and then I'll go from there. But I think I'll work on that one first. So I'll probably I don't think I'll cut all of them. I might definitely going to cut the one first. And then I'll see what I want to do from there. I might want to go to the toilet, so I'll cut my toilet one next. So anyway, that'll be a little bit of a plan too. I got it figured out. I know what I want to do, but now I just have to kind of execute it. All right, I'll leave you with that shot right there. We're going to run everything from side to side. So that's what this is. It's not front to back, it's side to side. All right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and more to come.